Hello children, welcome to our class, the units and measurements that we have discussed about the dimensional analysis in the previous video. How can be used the dimensional analysis, that in the three way. One, to check the dimensional consistency, to check units in one system into another system, to convert the units in one system into another system, to derive the relation between physical quantities based on certain reasonable assumptions. So one by one we will see. Checking the dimensional consistency of equations. See, according to this principle, a physical equation will be dimensionally correct if the dimensions of all the terms occurring on both sides that it should be equal, that equations are the same. See, this principle is based on that fact. Only the physical quantities of the same kind that can be added or subtracted, or we can compare, right? See, for example, we can say the initial velocity can be added to subtracted or added, or we can do that compared with the final velocity only. See, we cannot with the force, with the velocity and the force we cannot compare. Initial velocity that can be added or subtracted from final velocity, because they have both same dimensional formulae. The formula is m0 L t power minus 1. But force and the momentum, that cannot be added because their dimensional formulae are different. For the force ml t power minus 2, for this one the momentum ml t power minus 1. You understand the homogeneity principle. As per the homogeneity principle only we can do. Some more examples we can see. See, to check the dimensional consistency of v square, which is equal to u square plus 2as. So u, which is nothing but the initial velocity, which is the dimension quantity, which is m0 L t power minus 1. For v, initial and the final also same, m0 L 1, that means 1 without power, t power minus 1. A, which is acceleration, ml t power minus 2, and for s, that is m power 0 L t power 0. So substituting this dimensional value in that equation, we will get m0, that is v square, which is nothing but m0 L t power minus 1 whole square, which is equal to u square, which is nothing but m0 L t power minus 1 whole square, plus for 2as we are going to write m0 L t power minus 2 m0 L t power 0. Note that the constant 2 in the term of 2as, that does not have the dimensions 2, right? So you can take m0 L power 2 t power minus 2. The power is multiplied inside. So m0 L square t power minus 2 plus m0 L square t power minus 2. So each term of the above equation is having same dimensions, v square dimension and u square dimension plus 2as dimension, right? See, you must know, if an equation fails the consistency test, it is proved wrong, but if it passes, it is not proved right. See, that means a dimensionally correct equation need not be actually an exact, but a dimensionally wrong or inconsistent equation must be wrong. For example, you can see v square, which is equal to u square minus 2as, if suppose, or v square, which is equal to u square plus half as, that are that both are dimensionally consistent but are incorrect equations in mechanics. Is it right? So, and one more thing, Albert Einstein tried his famous mass and energy equation as E, which is equal to m by c square. E is equal to m square by c, but E, which is equal to m square c. But we know that E is equal to mc square. See, these are all the dimensionally it is consistent, right? So finally he settled with E is equal to mc square, but by using the dimensions as well as the calculus of mechanics, both should be equate together, right? So the second one is the analysis to check the dimensional consistency. For example, half mv square which is equal to mgh. Like that, for the various equations we can check the dimension, it is dimensionally correct, right? So we can check for the relation tau is equal to I A, I alpha for that, and all the formulae it must be satisfy the dimensionally it proved and correct. So here we can see half mv square which is equal to mgh. The dimensions of the quantities which involved in the equations are m, v, g, h. Okay. So mass m, L power 0, T power 0, we know that. V, velocity, that is m0, L1, T power minus 1. G, gravity, that is m0, L, T power minus 2. H is equal to m0, L only will be their length or height. So T0. Substituting these things to that formula, you will get, so m, L0, T0 into b square value ml t power minus 1 whole square, which is equal to right hand side also. Look at that, m l power 0 t power 0 m0 l t power minus 2 m0 l t power 0. Okay, for h. So both the side check it now. M l square t power minus 2 which is equal to m l square t power minus 2. Got it? Each term of the above equation is having the same dimensions. Understand? So therefore the given equations is dimensionally correct or dimensionally it is consistent. Understand? Now the conversion of units in one system into another system. See, actually units are derived from the dimensions, and the dimensions are derived from the actual formulae of physical quantity. Is it right? To convert physical quantity from one system to another system, actually it is based on the fact that the magnitude of the physical quantities remains the same, whether maybe the system of units changed or whatever. So it is converting the quantity. So we can see the dimensions are known as the physical quantity. It is easy to express in FPS, CGS and the MKS, and now we are using that SI unit or any other arbitrary chosen system. See, you can take and see this formula, N1 into ML, that A power A, L1 power B, T1 power C. Okay, and which is equal to N2, that is for what system you want to change. You have to take that N2 into M2A, L2B, T2C. So the equation that can be used to find the numerical value of the second or new system of units, we can see, right? So similar the N1, N2, the magnitudes in the respective systems of units that we said, the smaller the unit, bigger the magnitude of a physical quantity, right? So for example, 1 meter which is equal to 100 centimeter, we know that. So 1 Newton which is equal to 10 power of 5 dyne. So Newton is bigger and dyne is smaller. We can see this with the example. So let us convert 1 joule into earth, ERG, right? So that means the joule is the SI unit of energy and ERG which is CGS units of energy. Dimensional formulae of energy or work is what? M L square T power minus 2. See, the units from dimensions in SI and CGS systems are kilogram meter square second power minus 2 and G gram centimeter square second power minus 2, right? So see that magnitude for SI unit and CGS unit both we have given. That magnitude of N1, that is 1 Newton, that we know from 1 joule. So this is joule for that N1, and N2 only we have to know what is the value will come, equivalent to of 1 joule, which is equal to what for the CGS units, right? So for mass here for SI unit 1 kilogram or 1000 gram. For there it is M2, which is nothing but 1 gram. And L length we have taken here for L1 in the system, SI unit system 1, L1 which is equal to 1 meter, 100 centimeter. So L2 1 centimeter. T time for the SI unit T1 1 seconds, T2 1 seconds. So what it will be, that formula we want to know for the CGS unit N2, which is equal to N1, M1 by M2 whole power A, L1 by L2 whole power B, T1 by T2 whole power C. So we are applying all the values in that. We will get N2 value. N2 which is equal to N1 value is what? 1. So M1 which is nothing but M1, L1, T1 which are all for SI system. And M2, L2, T2 all the values for what we are going to convert that system. Here we are taken that CGS system. So CGS system we have taken. So by writing like this, we will get, so N2 which value 1 into 1000 power 1, 100 power 2, 1 power minus 2. So we will get N2 which is equal to 10 power 7 ERG. So 1 joule in the SI unit which is equivalent to 10 power 7 CGS units. Okay, ERG here. Next one is deducing relation among the physical quantities. See, the method of dimensions that can sometimes be used to deduce relation among the physical quantities. See, for this we should know the dependence of the physical quantity on the quantities and consider it as a product type of the dependence. See, one, for example, we can see, consider a simple pendulum having a bob attached to a string that oscillates under the action of the force of gravity. Suppose that the period of oscillation of the simple pendulum depends on its length L, mass of the bob M, and the acceleration due to gravity G. So when we derive the expression for its a time period using the method of dimension, see the dependence of time period T on the quantities length, gravity and M, as the product may be written as the time period T which is equal to K L power X M power Y G power Z, where K is the dimensionless constant and X, Y, Z are the dimensions of the quantities involved in the equations are M, L, G and T. So mass, length, gravity and time period. So by substituting these values, these dimensions on both sides of T which is equal to K, L power X, M power Y, G power Z, we can have the M power 0 for T, okay, L power 0 T, which is equal to K, we don't want to consider it here, L, that is M power 0 L, T power 0 power X, M L power 0, T power 0 power Y. Then for G, M power 0 L, T power minus 2 X. So you will get the value by equating this. Then the equation of dimensions on both sides we have Y is equal to 0, X plus Z is equal to 0, minus 2z is equal to 1. That means x is equal to half, y is equal to what? 0, z is equal to minus half. Then we will get the value t, which is equal to k into L power of. So we will get the value of t, which is equal to k root of L by g. So value of k is 2 pi, and we can determine that from the method. We can write t, which is equal to, instead of k, 2 pi into root of L by g. So what are the demerits of dimension analysis? The dimensional analysis demerits, which are all: the value of constant in an equation cannot be determined as the constants do not have dimensions. See, the only dimensional consistency and not the physical consistency can be treated as or tested, and the dimensions can be found from the physical quantity, but physical quantity cannot be always guessed from the dimensions, because two or more the dimension physical quantities have the same dimensions. The equation containing the dependency on more than 3 quantities cannot be determined using only MLT. Okay, so note that if 4 dependent quantities are involved, means then 4 variables, and hence 4 simultaneous equations are required. Hence there must be 4 fundamental dimensions. So the next one is the equation containing exponential, trigonometric, logarithmic functions, right, that cannot be derived as they do not have dimensions. Next one is the equations having the relations other than products and quotients cannot be derived. So the product can be easily derived in the equation. So dimensional formulae for some physical quantities which have already given. For your convenient, I have given some other the physical quantity and the formula, dimensional formula and the units also. See, apart from this, what we have seen in this the tabulation, we have a number of formula, physical quantity, dimension formulae, which is there in our NCERT book. You can refer more and more in that. Thank you, students.